In the heart of the city where the lights shine bright, there's a tale unfolding under the cover of night. The Federal Bureau, they've come to play, investigating whispers in the light of day. Oh, Mayor Henyard, what have you done? The FBI's here and they're looking for someone. Keep Freeman caught in a fraudulent scheme. It sounds of a scandal, more than it seems. Allegations fly like shadows on the wall in the halls of power where the mighty fall. Bankruptcy fraud, they say he devised. Keep Freeman's game in the public eye. Oh, Mayor Henyard, what have you done? The FBI's here and they're looking for someone. Keep Freeman caught in a fraudulent scheme. The sounds of a scandal, more than it seems. So here we stand as the truth unfolds in the South where the story is told. Mayor Henyard's fall, keep Freeman's light. A tale of corruption brought into the light.
Good evening, everybody. How are you doing this wonderful evening? Man, oh man, have we got a good one for you tonight? It's going to be bad as once we get it going, because it looks like there's a couple of things that happened inside this meeting the other night. It is crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Let me get this thing pulled up here for you. So there's been stuff that have happened since then. So bear with me while I get this thing pulled up. I've been working on this in the background to get this up. Here we go. Credit goes to Critical Smoker for getting this. You're having brush. I don't know what the hell that is. I don't know what the hell that is. That sounds brush and Schweiger sandwiches and deviled eggs. That sounds weird. I hope it's good. Hey, Clark, how's it going? Very knowledgeable in this situation. Yesterday was very epic, Scott. Clark, it was very epic. It was crazy. We'll get into that, but we got to give it a little bit of a lead up before you really dig into it. So we're going to play this one here. And I'll have it on a little bit faster speed just because I hate watching it whenever it's going too slow because some of it can drag on. So don't mind me. But well, let's get into this thing. So part of the audio was damaged in this.
We have something on the agenda that I wanted to just bring up, and I'm sure the trustees will address it. But I would love to hear some more information regarding the Class A, the reasonings, and the procedures behind it. Secondly, Mr. Holmes is not here. I had a message for Mr. Holmes. We've been asking for a statement from him. We have not received it. I would like for Mr. Holmes to know if he is watching this, he owes us an answer. He owes us an answer, an apology for not speaking or anything. But I'd like for you to consider something else. We put a lot of.
Hey, you can email anything you want to me. That's absolutely fine. It doesn't bother me if they spy on my stuff. I'm all good.
Effort in the homes.
Never worse.
He's not the only one culpable in this. This was known about, and it was not reported by our mayor. So some of the culpability goes there.
Got some awesome people here.
Hello, everyone. I actually came today not to talk to the board, but to talk to the residents. Y'all may remember me last year in August, I came here and I told y'all about how Dolton police used excessive force, came into my house without a search warrant, no imminent danger, and my consent. without any of those three things and arrested me, charging me with home invasion and other malicious charges in my own home. At that very meeting, I was told that y'all's mayor, I'm gonna make you whole. There was a meeting arranged for me between what was supposed to be the mayor and Louis Lacy. When I get to this meeting, the only person that was there was Louis Lacy. Nothing in my mind would have me have a meeting with Louis Lacy. Absolutely not. I respectfully declined the meeting. I thank the mayor for her time.
Such a
When I
mess.
went
I
to
love it.
court, I got arraigned on 4 additional malicious charges. Oh, let's talk about while I was in jail. I was held for 50 hours before I was even charged.
This is the second time within a year. The last time, the end of last year, I had to go to the village hall 5 times to get a freaking roof put on my house that I was grossly overcharged for. Just recently, 2 times they lost my paperwork within a 1-week period for a freaking generator. Nobody else, I talked to a lot of contractors while I was there. They hate coming to Dolton simply because of what is going on with the administration. Other communities cooperate with contractors. They cooperate with us citizens that are trying to improve our housing. We can't, I don't know if anybody else has problems with those folks in Village Hall. It's bad enough you have to walk into a 10 by 10 room and share all your information with whoever they can squeeze up in there. That's an outrage in and of itself that needs to end. Fortunately, that should be coming to an end as soon as we get rid of this individual sitting up front. Yeah, you. Because enough of that. I'm sick of that. Why should we have to put up with this kind of disrespect? This is disgusting. You sit up there and pretend that you know we're your subjects. We're not your damn subjects. We are your bosses. We are the citizens of Dolton, and you will not continue to treat us like this because you are on the way out, whether you like it or not. And don't let the door hit you.
Damn right. Yes. Yes. Hey, Just Dawn, how you doing, girl? Good to see you.
Good evening. My name is Jedediah, represent, investigate, and advocate. I just don't want to start out by saying to you, Mayor, I do not appreciate you shutting Andrew Holmes up when he was trying to give Fania an answer. A young lady who finally spoke up for herself publicly, and she deserved every bit of that moment. But not only did you shut him up, you never came back to it, telling him he would have his chance to speak. And so that's what brings me here today. It's also very disheartening to hear another woman have said that you would make her whole. Have you made anybody whole yet? If y'all want the tea, get it from D. I'm waiting on it. They're waiting on it. Please provide the receipts. So one of the things that I want to say is that I could have been done with this a long time ago. But you have made it hard at every single turn. So as the election comes closer, I would like to let the people know we have done a meticulous job of breaking down what we feel to be a systematic corruption here in housing with the block by block program. We'll talk about that. But I do want to pause and say, if you will help me, Mayor, because this is one of your favorite songs and I like your tone, help me say this to Bird on his way out the door. Nah, 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 nah. Hey, hey, hey. Period. And then I want to say to you that I'm very, very much so concerned about this culture of corruption because one of your employees decided to get him some extra turkeys and ham that led to the arrest of an employee who was actually doing his job. But this is the problem that I have with this. And to the police department, this is what I'm going to say to you. We are not going to, as citizens, allow you to get away with being a lapdog for this woman sitting in the middle of this table. And there should never be a time that a police officer should allow a convicted felon to hold on to a detainee of their department. In case you don't know who that felon is, that felon happens to be the director of your youth program, Mr. Kamal Woods. And if you would like for me to clarify, it would be case number 1996 CFD 00773 in Will County for, and as I'm alleging, the delivery of cocaine, the delivery of marijuana. The issue with this is that he is the person who runs your youth department in Thornton Township. So out of 170,000 residents, you can find anybody better qualified? Or is it really that simple to just be, even if a married man, the one, and I'm gonna be disrespectful as you've been to for years, is it only the qualification to be fucking the mayor to get the job?
Oh.
All right, anyone else? Does that conclude comments? All right, go ahead.
Shout out to Jedediah. Anyway, you know, I think it's pretty remarkable that your administration did not show up for you. The only one that's here is the deputy clerk that you illegally terminated. So that says a lot about your administration. Also, wanted to call you out once again on when they were taking down your street signs. What you did was so flagrant. You basically threw a fit, and then you threatened to have innocent people arrested, people that were doing their job, people whose livelihood depends on them being able to do their job. That was diabolical. even for you. I was appalled, that you would do that and think that that was okay. Also, grow up, Mayor, okay? You're still calling Carmen Carlisle, trustee Carmen Carlisle, Carlier. That is so immature. Grow up. How would you like it if people called you Tiffany Henyard? Would you like that? I mean, I know that you wouldn't, so give the same respect that you expect in return. I mean, it's incredible. I mean, you're likening this to a street vendetta. I mean, this is politics. And I mean, you should respect someone's seat just like you expect them to respect yours. I'm kind of surprised Andrew Holmes didn't show, but then again, I'm not, because he's an opportunist. He only shows for things that benefits him or you. And that speaks volumes as well. So again, Clean House 2025.
Okay, so you're the last one, and then we're gonna start our board meeting.
Oh, yeah.
Greetings, everyone. I'm not going to speak to her today because it's pointless and she just ignores everybody. I just want to get up here first and say thank you to the trustees. You guys have been doing a stellar job at making sure that these board meetings are ran correctly inside of the Park District.
Right, yeah.
Like they said, where we can have enough people that can actually attend the meeting without actually being left outside in the cold. So we appreciate you guys, because today is a very cold day. And imagine people just standing outside for no reason because she don't want to let them in. Anyway, just wanted to say something. And this is to the trustees. You guys are doing an awesome job, Clean House 2025. We need to make sure that you guys are getting out there talking to the seniors. I met a senior the other day, and her biggest gripe was that the trustees are not paying the bills because she doesn't understand the process of the trustees' role and the way that the meetings run. And it's very important that you guys get out there and let them understand that the bills that you guys are not paying are the ones that she snuck on there and the ones that are inflated because you guys didn't approve it. There's a total difference between you guys not paying something and with you guys not approving something. And you guys have to also let them know that she does her own thing. I met a lady in a grocery store the other day that came up to me, and she was really upset because she felt like all of the bills was not getting paid. And it's not the trustee's fault, it's Tiffany's fault, because she's putting inflated bills on the actual agenda that should not even be part of the agenda items and what we approve to pay.
While I'm on giving accomplishments, I want to say congratulations, Trustee Kiana Belcher, this Friday being honored by the Chicago Southland Black Chamber of Commerce Trustee of the Year 2024.
Damn, that pisses her off.
It's actually funny to watch her blush a little bit, so I'm apologizing. Separate from that, a couple of other things the board has been working on. We've talked about the status of the budget that we need to have implemented because we're well behind on that. The original budget, as it was presented to us in draft form, had a $2.8 million deficit. I was notified by the administrator today that a budget will be forthcoming to the mayor and the board with a balanced budget by the end of this week. Now, that budget is not in its final format. That is the first presentation to the board of a balanced budget. From there, we need to review it, look at the different categories to see how we got balanced, and then present that to the community so that that process can continue going. But we need to move it as quickly as humanly possible.
Village administrator's report. All right, he's not here. Next is engineer's report. All right, moving on. Next. All right, is there a motion?
So move.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
Yes, I'll mention because I know one of my favorite residents and neighbors asked for a little bit of a background on this. This is for the Shell gas station over on the corner of Sibley and Lincoln. There's going to be a new buyer to this property, so this will be the first opportunity that they've had at a Class 8. For my votes historically, in addition to an effort to attract new businesses to our community, I've always given them the benefit of the first Class 8 in particular for those that offer sales tax revenue, motor fuel tax revenue, and other ancillary benefits or other revenue streams to the village of Dolton. So for this one, I'm in favor. When it comes to renewals, historically, I have declined to do a renewal because you've gotten a tax break for a little bit over a decade. So that we feel at that time the business should have been built up in a manner that can sustain it. So that's my kind of description on there.
That's right. That's right.
All right, anyone else? So I guess you guys want to give another tax break because it's a new owner and not because they're not renewing. So you want to give it because it's a new owner, correct?
Was that a statement or question?
That's what I'm asking you.
Oh,
Statement.
in order to attract people or make it viable for a company to sell their business as well, the taxes are going to play a big part in there, and the current owner is having some difficulty because of the same state taxes. So in order to make it a little bit more business friendly and make it attractive for a business to come into our community, which is the new business, as well as to allow the current owner who's having some challenges, that's why I'm for it.
And this is the gas station on the corner, correct?
That's correct.
So did they have a Class 8 prior to this?
No.
Okay. Okay. Any other comments?
Yeah,
Colorado?
yeah, I will, Mayor, slightly, and this is just for the residents. My perspective, because I'm in agreement with trustee Houses also, but I would rather see a property get a chance than be vacant. We already have an issue with vacancies in the village, and something is better than nothing. So if we can eliminate an eyesore and bring potential revenue to the village, then I'm all for it. At least the first time, and then the second time, you know, I may do a little more research, a little bit thinking about it, but I do believe that right now our goal is to bring businesses to the community so that we can prevent as many eyesores as possible. Thank you.
Okay, first of all, let me clear it up for everybody because she said eyesore. It is a current business that's currently operating. Unfortunately, he's selling his business, and now they want to give a Class 8. As you all know, when we give out Class 8, we have to make sure when we give the Class 8 that it is beneficial to the community. The problem I have is when you give the Class 8, where do y'all think the difference go? Got to go back into the community. So we give the business a break, but yet the homeowners are all complaining about their property taxes are too high, or they went up, or whatever. So you have to weigh it out. And all I'm asking is questions of why are we giving it Class 8? It is a operating business.
Because the guy will sell his business, he'll pack up his bags, and nobody will move in there. Jeez, doesn't she understand this? Yeah, she keeps on trying to appoint Michael Smith, who allegedly, yeah, I heard that too. Oh man, yeah, she doesn't understand. If you can't raise enough taxes to pay bills, and you keep driving business away, we're just talking about property tax. They're going to be paying tax on the gasoline. They're going to be paying tax to those particular areas on almost every product that comes in or out. If not, they'll just take their happy ass over to Indiana and go get their food there, go get their gas there.
Is this currently, and it is a gas station, is my question. But the board, y'all gonna do what y'all want. Y'all gonna choose to give the Class 8. It's totally up to the board. I am here to just educate the public. And when we give a Class 8, okay, please order, thank you. I'm entitled to state my statement, and when I say my statement, guys, whether you want to hear me or not, that's on you guys. But it's people that do watch this that hear what I say and understand what I'm saying. Just because you don't get it right now, don't mean the ones that's watching don't.
Woman.
So, with that being said, that is why I'm asking and making my statement for the record of what's going on with a Class 8. So that's all I have. Colorado, please.
That's sad.
It's not back and forth. If you want to make a statement,
Yeah, because I have something to say about what you said. I just feel that your comment, I understood it, but I think it's unfair to say over the last 3 years since you've been here, we've lost so many business. And since somebody is saying they're going to buy this place outside of losing it and letting it sit there, I don't understand why would it be a problem. We received a letter today from John Kasperik saying we're down $94,000 just in business license. So when you start talking about a business, yes, we're saying we are in support of a Class 8, but we rather have the Class 8 and have some taxes outside of another place that's sitting there, which is right off the expressway. It's entering into Dolton, so that would be the first thing you see. And these are businesses that we don't want to leave. We're trying to get businesses back in the community. So I feel it's unfair to say because you took it as saying that we're putting it back on the residents. When you start educating, tell the whole story. Don't say half the story. Tell the whole story. So I want to be clear, since people are looking at this, just to say we have to be very meticulous about making sure that we don't lose any more business at this current state. You should have thought about that when you took the trips.
Okay. So let me set trustee straight for the record, guys. And then I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to put it on the record. When people talk about trips, y'all should do y'all research. I didn't take a trip from here, the village of Dolton. So as it relates to our budget here, tell them stop lying to y'all. Won't y'all do it for you? And you will see that I didn't take a trip from the village of Dolton. So stop lying to the public. That's number one. Hold on. As it relates to everyone here, y'all know, just like I know, they sell between each other their businesses. So stop it. Stop with the games. Yes, I respect the business owner of that. I have no issue with you. But all I'm doing is making my statement so residents understand what is going on in your own backyard. And she say, tell y'all the truth. The truth is they try to put all kinds of business through our city, through our village, from strip joints to bodegas to you name it. The board of trustees are behind it all. But guess what? They get mad when I put a blockade and say, no, we don't want that in our town. We want a family-friendly town. That's what we want. So when they don't get their way, or when people don't want to play with them, they get up here and they say the opposite. Come on, guys, order, guys. Like I said, you don't got to listen to me, but other people are. So let me get my statement out. At the end of the day, this is where it's at. We are here to do what's right for the community, the people, not just because. And she just said, I don't want people to leave. Then guess what? Everybody, y'all threaten to leave. Let's see if they give all y'all class. It don't work like that. It's protocol to it. So all I'm saying to you guys is, don't you do your homework before you sit here and just believe what everybody says. So I want to put that out. All right, I'm done with.
So you're asking who that lady is, sitting right next to her with her arms folded? Well, that would be her legal counsel. Yeah, she came with her lawyer. So that's who's sitting there.
Moving on. Call the roll, please.
Trustee Tammy Brown. Aye. Trustee House.
Aye.
Trustee Norwood.
Aye.
Trustee Belcher.
Aye.
Motion
All right.
passed.
So homeowners, y'all gonna pay for it. There's your tax dollars. And guess where the difference go? Back to all the homeowners. All right.
Joy.
Next is Mayor's report. Okay, thank you. So my part, I appreciate you guys for always coming out and listening to what I have to say. As your mayor, I love my job. I love what I do. I ran for office because I wanted to change the area that I live in. I want you to understand this. When you guys get up and make false statements, things with no facts, understand that you will be sued. I am coming for everyone that defamed my name, that got up here and lied on me, or just said something to the mic that's not truthful. So understand that us as politicians, because I don't tell y'all we don't have rights, we have rights as well. So I just want to put that out there because the disrespect that you guys displayed at that mic is unbelievable. For you to be my elders and people that we should look up to, as I always say this, I am the youth. You're supposed to uprise, uplift, and make sure that we have a voice. Hey guys, out of order. And I see why people kick people out of the building. You gotta have to have respect. We have an ordinance that say you cannot disrupt the meeting, but yet you still do it. So please stop. At the end of the day, you guys have to understand that you won't want to disrespect your mom, your daughter, your auntie, your uncle, your grandfather. So please give the respect the seat. I have the seat now, whether you like it or not. I am your mayor. So I need you guys to respect when you come to the mic. Every single time, please stop. Every single time that you guys come to the mic, you don't talk about anything of substance as it relates to our community. You talk about a dislike of a person. That is not what we're here to do. We're here to handle the business and not let the business handle us. And with that being said, that means your street light out. You need your sidewalk fixed. You need your trees trimmed. Things like that of substance. But y'all don't get up here and talk about none of that. That's why you see things going the way it go, because you waste your time to come up here to be hateful to a person. Not cool, not right. Next. You guys keep talking about elections. You know, and I say it all the time, I won my seat by 82%. Know this, I am going to come through on a landslide, just like Trump did. Know that I will be victorious in the upcoming election in February of 2025. So I want to put that out there since y'all keep talking about elections at a board meeting. But I want to make sure you understand that. Food giveaway. The food giveaway was really dope. We had the largest food giveaway here in our village, and everybody came out. It was sponsored by Dolton Township, and as it relates to every community came through, the line was ridiculous long, but we fed everybody, and I stayed all the way to midnight, really. So one thing about me is I am a true public servant for the people. I'm going to stay, I'm going to do things that you're not going to see no other elected official do, despite the hate and the things that people got or want to say. So I just want to point that out, but the news or nobody was out there to film or show us feeding everyone.
It hasn't been appointed
Guess
yet.
what? People may not like you, but you focus on the ones that love you. That's what life is. Focus on what you do within that dash. Oh, my vetoes. I am vetoing several different items. Please get that to the clerk, attorney. We are vetoing the trip. Since y'all talk about trip and pay that was given to Trustee Tammy Brown. We also are vetoing, I am vetoing the payment to the attorney down there of $139,000. So all I'm trying to tell y'all, if it's gonna make sense, make it make sense. But these people are getting paid.
See, the attorney was appointed by a judge down there, and she's trying to veto him getting paid. Just like this is the game she's playing. This is the game she's playing. It's all a game to her. Shut up, poor man. That's good, Puddle Town.
Hey, they are putting themselves on the warrant list, and you guys not paying attention. Prior agendas, Trustee Kiana Belcher was on there. Brittany Norwood was on there. So they're paying themselves, guys, but they're not paying for your services to fix your streets, to give you concrete, to give supplies to public works. These are all the things that I keep on telling you about. I keep on showing you. But guess what? Hopefully y'all woke now because they're paying themselves. But we so broke. Guess what?
Well, if they're anything like what meeting minutes are, they don't do them verbatim. They don't do them word by word. All they do is they pull out. I just saw that mouth, and I'm like, all I can see is like she's got like a cheeseburger right here. She's eating a cheeseburger, got a cheeseburger. She's just wanting to chomp into that. You gotta put some meat in that burger. Put some meat in that burger there. And she's just digging in on it. Just digging in on it. I'm so bad. Oh my God. That's so awful. She's got pretty mouth. Sorry, I lost track. No, meeting minutes, they usually just get the basics of what was said, what was vetoed, who voted on that. It just, you don't have to type everything out by hand, every single word, because that would be ridiculous. It would fill up this room because she cannot shut her cake.
Everything stops, right? But they're still paying themselves. So I want to point that out to you. Did you give it a vetoes? Okay, I just want to make sure we give you the vetoes. Want to take a picture? So you got it.
The vetoes.
Another thing I've noticed too
Like the
that's really
Cheetos.
heartbreaking is you have all these
the
people coming from
vetoes.
all over just to indulge in the drama here in the village of Dolton. But it's sad because it's the people from the outside interference that keeps up the drama here in our village. Little do you guys know, police are.
Yeah, she expects it, but that ain't. Yeah, that's not what they do. That's not how it's done. You're not a stenographer. You're just taking down the meeting minutes. The minutes are just the basics of what's happening. But she doesn't seem like she's very smart. Very, very good call on that. Yeah.
I called several times because you guys have been flying people in, doing different things. Y'all come to the podium talking about nothing, as always, but yet you want to get your clicks and views to be on the news, but you flew in from Arizona, you flew in from Texas or whatever. And it said in my heart because the residents of Dolton cannot come to board meetings half of the time because you guys was overtaking it with the hate groups. Look at this room right here. You don't want to have these at Village Hall, but yet it's not even 20 people in this building. So all I'm saying to you is you can have your meetings in Village Hall because you have enough space. That is our home. That is where we are supposed to conduct our business, and we will be back there soon, shortly. But I just want to point out to you all the things that I'm faced with, and I'm going to continue to keep Dolton moving forward. What's next for Dolton? Dolton is going to see their mayor rise like the phoenix. You're going to see me come out of the ashes, yep. And you're going to see me be victorious as I still love on you, still commit to public service, and never, never, ever give up on you. So please don't never, ever give up on me. I just want to thank you for coming out this evening. I have a lot more to say. You will see me with my voice throughohout this next couple of days. I got a lot to say. I got a lot of facts.
I've got her on times 2 speed. I can understand her. she's running fast because she is full of hot air. Just you got to let them deflate.
A lot of things to showcase as I move forward. Ladies in the front, you will be exit out of here the next time you interrupt this meeting because at the same time, I've told you once, I've told you twice, next time you will be out the door. We're not going to keep entertaining the people here as it relates to being able to get my voice heard. My voice will be heard like you guys get the same respect. When you go to the podium, you have 3 minutes uninterrupted, and we sit here, we listen to whether you got something good, bad, or negative to say. We still listen to it all. So you have to give me the same respect, whether you like me or not. I am still your mayor. So when you call me for that snow, I'll still pull up and shovel your snow. Ask Trustee Still.
She's just saying this like you're my bitches. It sounds like she's saying you work for me. I don't work for you. You come and tell me what you need, I'll make it happen. No, that's not how it works, girl. She flaps her cock washer just to hear her head whistle.
So next on the agenda is there a motion to go into closed session?
I'll make the motion.
Okay, well, and you gotta make a motion for the items of why are we going into closed session? What is it for?
I'll make the motion for discussion regarding appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees. A, B, discussion regarding pending and probable or imminent litigation.
All right, is there a second? Second. All right, it's been motion second, call the roll.
Trustee Brown.
Aye.
Tammy Brown, I'm sorry. Trustee House.
Aye.
Trustee Norwood.
Aye.
Trustee Belcher.
Aye.
Motion passed to go into an executive session.
All right, so we're going to closed session, so you guys can wait if you like. If we do come out, we will vote on whatever business needs to be conducted. Other than that, you can stay or you can go home. Thank you so much. Now we all go for closed session.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly how she acted.
Before the other one, tell her, trying to get one.
And that was just a summarized version of that meeting, but it got even better. It got even better because, she couldn't keep her damn mouth shut because she thought she was the bomb diggity, because she found out very quickly that she wasn't. And whenever she got so upset that she decided she had to show up to the meeting. And this is doggone it. Damn it, what happened? What the hell? Crazy stuff. I just lost it. It was there and now it's not. Damn it. Where did it go? Huh. I had it there a second ago. And because I pulled it up right here. Here it is. Wow. They deleted it. Craziest thing. I will. Give me just a second. I had this, and then all of a sudden it said, I ain't going to do it. Let me see if I can find the history on this one, because it was really, really damn good. There we go. Here it is. All right, here we go. This will work right here. So this one here happened not too a couple of days
A
ago.
vote last night in the south suburbs could mark the beginning of the end of Tiffany Henyard's reign as Thornton Township Supervisor.
After some political maneuvering, she lost the Democratic nomination for Supervisor to a state senator. Eric Ron live in the newsroom to explain more on this political chess game. Eric.
Yeah. Well, good morning. Henyard and her slate of candidates lost to State Senator Napoleon Harris. It was done through a caucus instead of a primary vote at the polls, a process that hasn't been used in decades there, and a process Henyard says was unfair. Before last night's Democratic caucus, Thornton Township Supervisor Tiffany Henyard chatted with supporters and exuded confidence.
What do you do tonight if you don't get the Democratic Party's nomination? What do you mean? I will be victorious tonight. You will see. My people are here. They're not going to go nowhere. The show will go on.
Yeah, that's what she had to say. And it didn't happen. She lost her ever leaving mind. And we're going to see that interaction right next, because that is what that's what we're watching. We get to watch her in real time lose her ever loving mind over this. And boy, does she lose her ever loving mind over it. It is beautiful. But we get to watch good part of this inside bit here. Let's see if I can get my audio happening.
9 seconds there. All in favor of the rules being adopted, say aye. Aye. The rules are adopted. Next order of business is the appointment. Quiet, please. Next order of business is the
Sorry about the shaky camera. It's not me running it.
appoint the election judges. We shall appoint the election judges. We shall appoint the election judges. The next outburst will be removed from the caucus. The election judges are as follows: Kobe Chapman, Jason House, and Chief Judge Kiana Gillespie. The parliamentarian for this evening is none other than Bert Olson. And our secretary is Casey Ness. We have our Sergeant of Arms, Edward Bowman, and Assistant Sergeant of Arms, Perry Steele.
Show a little respect. Take off your hat, brother.
Next, we're going to open the floor for nominations. We're going to open the floor. You have not been recognized. We're going to open the floor for nominations.
So have a seat.
Paul Washington has been recognized.
All the people are outside. How you start a meeting without the people?
Please proceed, Mr.
Like the
Washington.
people are outside. Y'all didn't let the people start coming in at 6:30. Y'all gotta let the people in. This is not right. Y'all have to.
Get out. To the front.
Please repeat your motion, Mr. White. I make a motion to nominate the Napoleon Harris slate. Come on now, you know that's not right. Township Clerk, Casey Leslie, for Highway Commissioner, Antoine Russell, for Township Assessor, Sandra Hall, for Police and
Right.
She's out of here. She's out of here. She's out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. It's out of here. She's out of here. She's out of here. Get out of here. She's out of here. No, Dad. Yeah, she's voted out.
Oh.
She's out. She's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. Get her out of here. Security, get out of here.
Right.
She cannot run.
You're lucky they don't do what they used to do in the old days. Whenever they didn't like a politician, they'd run them out on a rail, which means that they would come in, they would strip you down, they would tar and feather you and carry your ass out of town. She is lucky. She is lucky that they don't do that anymore. She was never voted in. She was originally appointed by someone. Yeah. No doubt, tar and feather treatment. Yeah, she thinks she's being slick, but that's the problem. She's nah. Goodbye. Oh man, the amount of corruption surrounding her. But see, she's doing this just for show. Yes.
Yo, this is crazy. Yo. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap for you.
As a recap, the Democratic slate that will represent Thornton Township at the April 1st consolidated election reads as follows. For Supervisor, Napoleon Harris. Antoine Russell. For Township Assessor, Sandra Hall.
Yeah.
Chris Gonzalez, Mayor-slash-Township. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for coming out and participating in the caucus.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Get her out of here.
Get her out of here. It's a wrap for her. It's a wrap. She's gonna tell her story, but
Yeah.
hey!
What's up, brother? Bye-bye.
Got one lone supporter.
Yes.
That's what they did. This was a political hostile takeover.
Hey.
A political stronghold. Y'all had a whole party booked.
One of Tiffany's supporters. We ain't paying no attention. Yeah. Time to take our town back. Time to take our Thornton Township back. We got to take it back.
Mm-hmm.
We got to take Thornton Township back.
Maybe. It might have been, Cheryl.
Hey! All right. What up, man? What up? Yeah. It's over with. It's over with. She didn't have a whole slate, so she couldn't even run. Time is up for the time is up for her. The time is up. The people are uniting to change this reality. We can't depend on nobody else, and nobody's coming to save us. We have to save ourselves.
What happened to the land?
Next day is Clean House 2025 in Dolton. Gotta get her out of Dolton too.
No doubt.
Mary Avant, that's one of the trustees elected.
That's right.
We got 2,000 people watch. Unasked that seat.
Be elected for the township supervisor. That's right.
Chris Gonzalez, he's nominated. Yeah. Keep up the fight. She's going to challenge him. But tonight, they selected the Democratic slate for Thornton Township, and that was the people they down number. No.
Nope. She doesn't.
Yeah, look at the people rejoicing again. Hey, good to see you. Yeah, good to get it. Hey. Look at all the Dolton residents. Those Dolton residents. Yeah. Now we got to do it in Dolton. We got to get her out of Dolton. We're an embarrassment to the world. And this saying about people standing up.
Oh, the joy. The joy. I was a little bit of a meet and greet afterwards, and yeah, he was pretty damn happy. He was pretty damn happy. Well, we'll get another perspective of that here. So here's another perspective of it.
But they did beat her in an overwhelming fashion.
The Democratic nominee for supervisor is Napoleon Harris.
Henyard has caught the ear of people she represents and the eye of federal investigators who are questioning her use of taxpayer money for trips and fancy dinners.
I've said for a while, it's like, grassroots. It was organic when a lot of this things started at the township, where the people were, just showing their displeasure.
Last night's decision to hold a caucus for the nomination instead of a primary was Harris's decision and his decision alone as Thornton Township's Democratic committeeman. After the vote, Henyard tried to protest the process.
Why you ain't let the people be heard?
She then beelined it to a waiting black SUV and didn't take questions from reporters. Her allies, however, did.
This is the biggest. This is a fraud.
They say Henyard supporters weren't allowed into the gym for their voices to be heard.
This is criminal. I would easily say hundreds of people that were not allowed in to be a part of the process.
Henyard and her supporters want the process.
No, you guys could have gone in there. They could have gone in there. They could have gone in there, but they didn't. They could have gone in there, but they didn't. Ghetto mayor. Yeah. Yes. Very ghetto. Very ghetto. Not to mention the cost of her culturally appropriated hair. Exactly. Hundreds. Yeah. Okay. It wouldn't have mattered because they I don't know.
To be investigated, Harris dismissed their complaints.
People were getting let in at the proper time. We had a caucus. And the people voted for us, slated candidates to represent them.
Now, the general election will be held in April. Henyard, who is also the mayor of Dolton, can still run for Thornton Township Supervisor, but she'd have to do it as a write-in candidate. A special Thornton Township board meeting has been scheduled for tomorrow, and finances are on the agenda. We're live in the news. I'm Eric Rung, WGN News.
And the saga continues. Thank you, Eric.
Happening tonight, the drama.
And there was more. She thought she was going to get it. This is her attitude afterwards.
What happened, Tiffany? What happened? The vote already happened? Who's the slave? Who's the slave? Who's the slave? Who's the slave?
We've been here.
We won't stand
All
for
those,
it.
all that wasted money.
Tiffany, tell us what happened. This ain't your crime. Who's the slave? And we didn't even come in yet. How did they nominate people if we did not go? Were y'all in there? Did the nomination happen? Yes. Who's the slave?
I don't understand. Yamaha, why are you eating Chinese people? I don't understand. Oh, Chinese food. Sorry. I thought you were eating Chinese people. She was on her Facebook Live while people were getting their seats inside. That's right. I love how you rhyme that one, Sharday. That's beautiful. Yeah, so she was doing her little thing. All those people, they opened up the doors. They could have walked in, but they decided not to. For whatever reason, to make it sound and give it the appearance that they weren't allowed inside. Better teach them to spell it. Tiffany Henyard. That's right, Sissy boy. Oh, man.
Hey, the media won't tell us who the slate is. Stop them. What'd you hear, Carol? What was the slate?
It was really difficult to hear the slate of candidates over the shouting. But Harris was nominated as supervisor. Chris Gonzalez was nominated as one of the trustees. And honestly, that's all I got right now. It was so incredibly loud in there. Tiffany Henyard was screaming the entire time while the proceedings were going on. Harris almost had the sergeant of arms actually remove her from the room, from the caucus because of her screaming. So that's all I got right now. We'll offer as much as we can as soon as we get the full ticket.
Okay, that's Carol Shawarka from the Lansing Journal. Thank you, Carol. All right, we get in.
No, you had every opportunity to go in. You just didn't. You just didn't go in. How did anyone you miss? You're good, Tammy. You're good. Man.
I know that's right.
Paul, do you have time for a quick comment? You want to tell us what happened in there today?
We couldn't hear a thing. There was absolutely no PA system. And we were sitting up in the bleachers. But obviously.
Dude, don't do the comb over. Just trim that off, man. It doesn't look good on you, man. I'm telling you, don't do the comb over. Just go, just take it off or something. Doesn't look good.
It was voice vote. Yeah. But we thought that there would be a lengthy discussion as the rules. But there weren't.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, yeah. Video was done by Eric Crump from HF Chronicle, Homewood Flossmoor Chronicle. It's so awesome. YouTube is wonky. Take a second. Your all messages, live chat. Don't miss out a single chat. Smash to help the algorithm and show the support of the channel. That's right. That's right. That was a comb all the way over. Yeah, that was one that he just wrapped around his head to a little point. Oh, let it go, let it go, let it go. That's right. That's right. Napoleon showed Tiff how to run a real political games. Bang the gavel, done. Bye. That's right. That is right. He laid into her like I have never seen anybody just get completely mangled in this crap. And it was all because of her garbage. And she is so upset. She got so upset over it. She lost her damn mind. Just absolutely lost her mind over it. I think this is the one I saw a little bit later on. And I think that's the one we already watched there. To determine it was the one. I thought there was another one that I'd seen. And here we go. Here's her having a little sit down. Here's her having a little sit down right here.
Yes, y'all done ran my name through the mud and did everything. But guess what? As you pull the third on me, I must grow from it. And I will grow from it because I done went through it, but now I'm going to grow from it.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Scott Schneider.
I'm Dawn Hasbrook. Let's get right into it. The biggest challenge yet for Tiffany Henyard in Thornton Township.
Nate Rogers spoke with Henyard one-on-one ahead of a contentious candidate meeting tonight. Nate.
Absolutely, guys. Certainly a lot of chaos at tonight's forum, as well as blurred lines and really misunderstandings from residents that attended tonight. So you got to keep in mind, there has not been a candidates forum here in 20 years, a Democratic caucus we're talking about. Folks had showed up hoping to name their candidate to be slated for the ballot next year. However, we're told that Senator Napoleon Harris, who is now running for Supervisor of Thornton Township, he allowed his folks to go in first.
What was the process supposed to be? The process was followed and it came out the way it was supposed to.
Here's how it all started. More than 200 people outside waiting to enter Homewood Flossmoor's Park District.
But the people who were attending the party are the ones who was in there voting. That's unfair to us residents standing out here in the cold.
Inside, the auditorium was already packed with Senator Napoleon Harris supporters who had been allowed to enter beforehand.
I heard you say no other candidates were eligible. What does that mean? What happened? Well, what happened was they didn't submit the required paperwork. They didn't have a full slate, and they were deemed ineligible to run. They did, meaning who?
So this right here is pretty damn important because that's what you're missing out on. Is for them to be able to run, they had to provide a slate of candidates, a full slate of candidates, and they didn't to be able to run.
Whoever they is. Harris is talking about current Township Supervisor Tiffany Henyard, who expected to be added to the slate as well.
Napoleon, how you feel now that the people be heard? You ain't let the people be heard.
We spoke to Henyard in an exclusive interview hours earlier. Tonight's caucus, led by Senator Harris, wants to name candidates for supervisor, clerk, trustee, assessor, and highway commissioner.
I think it's fair to the public to allow the committee man to host the caucus, whereas he wants to run in. I think it should have been left to the voters like it always has been.
Henyard calling tonight's power move illegal.
Guys, have a good night. Eat the food and be merry.
Napoleon Harris, the committeeman, the senator, has them stalling because he is in bed with them. He's their puppet master. He's telling them, don't go to board meetings, wait on insurance.
As many questions remain about the township's future, cheers from Harris's supporters and outrage from Henyard's supporters.
I think it's absolutely absurd that you have all these people out here. You have the seniors out here.
Voter suppression.
Absolutely.
How you win? Stand on your record, what you're going to do for the people, what you've already done, and let the people elect you. You can't do stuff like this.
Again, today's caucus lasted less than 5 minutes, with State Senator Napoleon Harris announcing his own name as the Democratic candidate for Thornton Township Supervisor. We did reach out to Supervisor Tiffany Henyard after tonight's forum. She told me, Nate, I will see Harris in court. This is the latest here at home with Nate Rogers, Fox 32 Chicago.
Oh, yeah, you think it's over. You think it's over.
Now embattled Thornton Township Supervisor Tiffany Henyard calling what unfolded last night illegal. Her supporters this morning echoing that sentiment. For the first time in 30 years, Thornton Township Democrats used a caucus to determine who will be on the April ballot. A packed gym at the Homewood Flossmoor Park District erupted in cheers as the fiery caucus denied incumbent Tiffany Henyard, who's faced criticism over township spending, nominating State Senator Napoleon Harris instead as a Democratic challenger for the position.
We want to get the township back on track, back to where we feel it should be. And the only way you can do that is make a change.
I am so enthused about what took place this evening. Like I said, although I didn't get inside right at that time, but just to see the people and everyone so happy and delighted that there's going to be a change.
Those seeking the nomination needed all 8 people for their slate, which includes supervisor, highway director, clerk, assessor, and 4 trustees. Henyard did not have a certified assessor on her ticket, deeming her invalid for consideration.
There you go.
Henyard says some of her supporters were not allowed inside the caucus last night, criticizing the voting process. Keith Price calling what happened an atrocity.
Last night meeting, to me, was the biggest form of voter suppression I've ever seen in my life.
Nope.
An attorney for Harris denies the claim.
No, it's not suppression. She didn't have the correct forms filled out. She didn't have everything filled out like she was supposed to have. Therefore, she's not even going to be on the ballot. She's not going to be on the ballot. She ain't going to be able to run. Pretty straightforward. Pretty straightforward. And if she doesn't like it, that's just tough on her.
Claim saying people started showing up early yesterday afternoon to have a spot inside the gym. As the Democratic Party committeeman, Harris holds the right to decide whether the nominee is determined through a caucus or primary. Price says this tactic was deceitful and estimates at least 200 people were still standing outside the cold, waiting to get in when the meeting began.
Not to respect the people and just wait until everyone got vetted and allowed in if they were legally able to participate in the caucus. They chose to me, do something that was very underhanded and deceptive.
So as of now, Tiffany Henyard can only be a write-in candidate for the election in April. There's a special Thornton Township Board meeting scheduled for tomorrow.
Watch breaking news on YouTube. Subscribe to ABC.
How you doing? How you doing? Yeah. From what I've seen, she has a criminal record that should exempt her from running in any political office, in your opinion. Yeah. It should. It should. I mean, she has been doing the kind of stuff that is going to get your ass in all kinds of trouble. Now, they've tried getting her off of both the board and off as mayor of Dolton. Now, are they going to be able to do that? Do you think they'll be able to do that? One can only hope that they're able to remove her from those, because the kind of garbage that she's been running, the kind of things that she's been doing, was just really get your ass in trouble in any other situation. And you try to get these people straightened out. You try to get them to do the right thing, but she loses her damn mind all the damn time. All the damn time. Now, whenever you've got a corrupt situation like they have in Dolton, where you've got somebody that's using that kind of money, it is one of those where you're going to get called out. You're going to get called out. You're going to get damaged. You're going to lose your seat, and there's nothing that you can do about it. And that's exactly what they did. They called her out. They got her removed from there. Got her taken out. She is gone from that situation. She really hates it. But that is because she doesn't do what she's supposed to be doing. She was told how she could get this done, how she could become the next, on the board of trustees. She didn't like the situation, and so she just gave them hell every single step of the way. Every damn step of the way. Let's see if I got this. Well, I'll go back to where. Let's see if I've got it right here. And so these are the kind of shenanigans that she pulls. These are the kind of shenanigans she pulls like this right here.
No, this is a smear campaign, right? Smear campaign. That's what they do to people that they cannot control, that they cannot get out the way.
Embattled Dolton Mayor Tiffany Henyard in a rambling Facebook video nearly 90 minutes long. She posted that as she's facing more trouble.
She and her boyfriend are being evicted from the house they rent in Dolton. Together, the couple makes more than $300,000, according to public payroll records. But their landlord says they're not paying the rent. She talked with Dane Placco.
Mm-hmm.
Initially, I didn't want to go on camera, but right now I feel like I'm at wit's end. I have nowhere else to turn.
Janetta Hull says she considered Tiffany Henyard a friend and even did campaign work for the Dolton mayor and Thornton Township supervisor. But things changed in 2021 when she was about to rent out this 3-bedroom, 2-bath home she owns in Dolton to a family and got a late-night call from the mayor.
And she's like, hey, this is Mayor Henyard. And I'm like, hi. And then she's like, I heard that you were renting your house. And I said, yeah. And I said, I have somebody that's moving in soon. And she says, no, they can't move in because I want it. And I'm like, excuse me?
Feeling pressured, Hull says she agreed to rent the house to Henyard and her boyfriend, Kamal Woods, who holds a 6-figure job at the township. Henyard signed the original lease, and on the line asking about her job.
You see here, she only put mayor for employment.
Henyard makes nearly $300,000 as mayor and township supervisor, but is the focus of an ongoing FBI investigation for extravagant spending, questionable contracts, and using tax dollars for personal gain. Hull says things started to unravel this summer when she was forced to raise the rent by $200 to $2,400 a month because her property taxes went up again.
So with that, I had to equate that into the rent. And Kamal said that he couldn't afford it.
She says Henyard and Woods refused to pay the extra rent in August, then stopped paying altogether. Did they pay for September?
No.
Did they pay for October?
No.
That's why you're trying to get them removed?
Yes.
Hull says not only are the couple thousands of dollars behind in rent, but they also changed the locks and garage door code, so she can't get inside.
If I push and go over there with the locksmith and try to change them back, I think that she's going to probably have me arrested.
So Hull went to court and filed an eviction lawsuit against Henyard and Woods. But Cook County sheriffs have tried and failed to serve that suit, both at the home and Village Hall. Now Hull is paying a process server to track one of them down. What position does this put you in?
A very hard position. I'm between a rock and a hard place. I haven't worked in several months. And I am fearful that I may lose the house.
She says Henyard blocked her months ago, but with all the controversy surrounding Henyard's spending of tax dollars, she wants to send the mayor a message.
At some point, you would have to understand that karma is going to catch up to you. Just pay your rent.
She says even if Henyard and her boyfriend come up with that money, she still wants them out of her house, which is on a month-to-month lease. We reached out to the couple and Henyard's criminal defense attorney, but so far have not received a response. Dane Placco, Fox 32 Chicago.
Crazy, isn't it?
The White House.
Crazy. She has got to be the most ridiculous that I've ever seen. For mayors causing all of the problems that could have been easily handled. But because she couldn't as Yamaha likes to say, couldn't shut her cock washer. She just had to keep slapping it around. Oh my God. It's not unlike this kind of stuff to keep on happening to her. She was going to constantly lose. It'll be nice whenever she's finally been removed. She's finally been removed from this crap. She's finally been removed of it. If she can be mayor, anybody can. Exactly. So they went to court for the rent, and she stated she did not live there, but her boyfriend only do. Oh, shit. That doesn't matter. If her name is on the lease, then she's there. She had her face put on signs and posted all over town. The bill was unpaid, and the sign company went to repo them, and she called the cops. Yeah, we showed that one last week. Was it last week or the week before last? Yeah, we showed that where they came along and they were taking down all the signs, and she got all bent out of shape. Oh man, did she get bent out of shape? Not sure Harvey's mayor is just as bad. Yeah, I mean it's like that all over the place. And I mean, you know, if you keep voting for the same people that make the idle promises, that's what you get. It's not uncommon that you're going to get those same people over and over again that will do nothing but use you and abuse you, take out any sort of money that could be coming in to help out your city, your town, your county, and they'll just call foul as soon as they get called out on it. They'll say, "Oh, how dare you? How dare you come after me? How dare you call me out? Why aren't you looking at so-and-so? And why aren't you taking care of this and that?" And it's all just a pack of lies. You have to remember, these people are politicians. This is their realm where they like to live. They like to roll around in the slop. They create these problems of their own accord. And then they damage your county, your city, your town. And the worst part is you voted them in. You may have not voted for them, but your group voted them in. So if you don't like the situation you're in, all you have to do is vote them out. There are means to get these people out of there. There's means to get these people out of these situations. And it will happen. It will happen as much as you can push back on them, as much as you can push them to do your bidding. That's why you put them there in the first place. This is why you put those people there in the first place. It's why you voted them there in the first place, to make the change. If they're not making the change for you, then you go about doing it your own damn self. It sucks, but that's the only way you're going to get anything happening. Let's see. I had something else here that I wanted to show you. I don't know. I think it's here. Nope. That was pretty much it. I don't have any more news on that. I do know that she is going to be losing her mind over the next few days, probably the next few months. She'll probably be out there begging to get on the ticket in April. Now, she can be a write-in, but that doesn't mean that she can go out and campaign for it, but she would have to get people to write her name in. And most likely she's not going to get enough votes, because I think the city and the town are absolutely fed up with her bullshit. Once they get past all of the garbage that she's done, once they booted her out, she's got more trouble on the way. Quite a bit more trouble on the way. And let's see if I can pause this right here, and I will bring this up right here. There we go. So in Thornton Township, the decision was made within minutes, with Thornton Township Supervisor Tiffany Henyard receiving a blow to her re-election efforts on Tuesday night. A packed gym at the Homewood Flossmoor Park District erupted in cheers as the Democrat Party caucus for Thornton Township decided to deny embattled current Township Supervisor Henyard's name from being put on the ballot in April. Illinois Senator Napoleon Harris is now nominated as the Democrat challenger for that position. So to hear people tonight, you heard them express how wonderful it was to finally get rid of her, said Bert Olson, Harris's attorney. It is the first time in 30 years that the Township Democrats used a caucus to determine who will be on the ballot. Those seeking the nomination for township supervisor needed all 8 people for their slate, which includes the supervisor, highway director, clerk, assessor, and 4 trustees. Henyard did not have a certified assessor on her ticket, deeming her invalid for consideration. Current Thornton Township trustee Chris Gonzalez earned the Democrat nominee for a trustee spot under Harris's slate. We want to get the township back on track, back where we feel it should be, Gonzalez said. Henyard was appointed township supervisor in 2022 and serves as the mayor of Dolton. Tuesday night's election comes as Henyard has faced criticism over township spending while also disputing with trustees. What's currently going on, I'm disappointed, but what I'm looking forward in the future is hope, said Thornton Township resident Christine Boone. Henyard can still run for Dolton mayor, but in order to run for Thornton Township supervisor in April, she will have to be a write-in candidate. And of course, she slammed the trustees' meeting.
In the absence of the township.
And that right there was the special meeting of the Thornton Township trustees Wednesday night was called off, but that didn't stop Supervisor and Dolton Mayor Tiffany Henyard from addressing the public. She slammed recent action by trustees to limit spending and enact new credit card policy. In the absence of the township's 5 sitting trustees, Henyard's attempt at a special meeting was more like a soliloquy. I'm about to address some things. There will be no comment, no anything, just me addressing you guys, telling you what's going on, she said. If you want to leave, you can leave. This is me making my statement. You don't want to hear it. There's the door. Henyard said she called the special meetings in response to a series of ordinances the village's board passed last week, including one to manage event spending. When the ordinance passed, Henyard claims township services abruptly ground to a halt. They were not able to get services, products, gifts, cards for Big Bingo, she said. Monday, this town was not even able to buy ice cream for the seniors. They had an ice cream social held in Calumet City. They could not buy ice cream. As if ice cream really matters whenever you can't pay your bills. You thought it was just a way to stop Tiffany Henyard, but it's a way to basically stop the services here in Thornton Township, she added. Last week's meeting also addressed the issue of township credit cards. Video from the Lansing Journal also showed trustees moved into a township credit card in Henyard's name for accountability. We need to put some safeguards in place to regulate what's spent on the credit cards, Gonzalez said at the August 20th meeting. I do not want a credit card. I do not want to deal with money, Henyard said at the same meeting, drawing shocked reactions from the crowd. Earlier this month, former Chicago Mayor Lightfoot revealed the village of Dolton, where Henyard is mayor, racked up hundreds of thousands of dollars in credit card purchases, including $43,000 spent on Amazon in one day last year. My belief is all politicians are crooked. Yes, they are. After Henyard's critics walked out Wednesday night, the township resident who remains said she still had faith in the supervisor. I will trust Tiffany personally because she's really straightforward, down to earth, said Bonetta Garrison. She's really trying to help people, whereas the trustees, I don't know what they're doing. Why didn't they show up? It's a way of kicking them out of there. It is a way of getting them out of there. If the trustees don't show up, there's not a whole lot that they can possibly do. That stuff will continue to be a thorn in her side. And I mean, they froze payments to the village of Dolton. They've done everything they can to make sure that they get this back on track. And it's a snowball effect whenever these kinds of things happen. Now, there was something here that might be a little bit disturbing. So I'm going to throw up a little bit of this here. It's a little bit off the subject, but I thought it was something that needed to really be covered. So we're gonna post this up there. Explicit images, dirty words, general malfeasance, and your discretion is like advised. She's a fart goblin. Damn, Debbie. Shame on you. So here we go with this. And I thought did I do that right? I think I did. Pretty sure. Yep, I did. Okay, cool. So what I don't get is they had a recent meeting voting to give big money back to the residents, yet they can't pay the bills. Yeah, that's sort of the way that the crooked crumb. Yeah, that.
The chilling screenshot of an assassin left side taking dead aim on top healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. About 6:30 this morning, as Thompson is walking alone to an investor meeting in New York City. The shooter opens fire from behind. Thompson dead. The gunman gets away. And tonight, there are questions about why such a major executive in a superheated business didn't have his own security detail.
The CEO of a billion-dollar company, in our estimation, should not be traveling alone. And this is one of those scenarios where you don't see this coming.
Dale Buckner is in the business of making sure executives do see things coming. Shooters, bombers, threats from behind. United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson appeared oblivious to the threat with a raised pistol right behind him on a New York City sidewalk at 6:30 this morning. And while police haven't said who targeted Thompson or why, a growing legion of private armed security forces are being hired out to protect top executives.
When something like this happens, do you get calls from people who aren't adequately protected and want to be?
All day long today, Chuck, since this morning. We've had over 47 engagements since this morning. We've deployed multiple armed agents across both the United States and internationally at other events for other corporate leaders.
We've been dealing with this, the uptick in risk and assessment and executive protections and how that affects what we do in our current client base, and looking at making sure that we're going back and assessing risks properly and providing the adequate amount of resources to mitigate those risks.
Chicago's P4 Security Solutions tonight.
That's right. Yeah, YouTube's being a pain in the butt. Let me pull this back up, see if that
Keeping
worked.
an eye on what happened to the Minnesota healthcare executive.
I don't know what's going on with the YouTubes. Something's happening. I think it should chill out here shortly.
On this Manhattan sidewalk.
There's political unrest, there's civil unrest within our country, and those type of factors.
I don't know. Do you guys feel that there's political unrest inside our country? Because I don't know. I don't feel that there's political unrest. Now, there might be in certain cities. There might be some political unrest. People might be a little bit upset the way their city's being run, or their town, or in Dolton's case, their village. But I don't think that anybody is out there, targeting people intentionally. If they are, that right there could be really, really bad.
You have to be constantly assessed, and then within your own companies, you have to make those determinations when you're going to pull those levers.
In New York, the shooter managed to escape on a bicycle through Central Park. At first, detectives thought it was a divvy-like bike with a GPS device that could be tracked. But now late word from the NYPD that it was just a regular bike.
That's so weird. The YouTube's acting funky as all get out.
Opportunity to track it. So tonight, investigators there are back to checking street cameras and hoping at some point the masked man lowered his mask and they will see the face behind this New York mystery. Likely to happen.
Yeah, that is a possibility. That is a big possibility. CJ, prices won't go up. What is that, CJ? East Texas Cowboy. All of that tax refund means the prices are going to go up. No. If you get your taxes back, the prices don't go up on anything. And this is also a common misconception that people have for whenever they're saying that if we did a flat tax, that your prices would go up by, let's say if there was a 10% flat tax, $100 in food would still be $100 in food. It wouldn't change. It's not like it would become $110 in food. It would still be $100 in food. Is it on normal speed? Have you refreshed? Yes, it is on normal speed. It's just acting really weird. Yeah, that was planned. The sniper had a silencer. The shooter there had a silencer on that weapon, and it was definitely a hit. It wasn't anything but that. Prices are controlled by supply and demand. Only in a capitalistic environment are prices controlled by supply and demand. So in a system like we have now, it's more than just prices being controlled by supply and demand. There's a little more involved in it, because it's the minutia of it that you once you really dig into it, you start going, oh, it's a little more than that. I mean, certain part of it, yes, supply and demand does dictate that. But I will tell you right now, if you tried to buy a wagon wheel, I don't know why you'd want one, but if you were to buy a wagon wheel, you'd find that the cost of it would be pretty damn high. It'd be comparable to buying a set of tires for your car. Now, the demand is not any higher than it was, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, 6 years ago. Demand hasn't grown any. There's still the same amount of demand for the same amount of tires for cars, but they're about $300, $400 more expensive because of manufacturing, shipping costs, the cost of fuel has a lot to do with what your prices are going to be paying for any particular object, any particular product. Hey, Cheryl Ingram, you have a wonderful. No, you're always welcome here, Cheryl. Yeah, see, we don't always have to agree on everything, but we can agree that Tiffany Henyard is one piece of garbage. One piece of garbage. Since he born, $2 million in the bank with Illinois investment, probably produces 10% in revenue. That helps the township meet budget. It can, but whenever you're talking about 10% revenue, that's 10% over a yearly amount. Over a yearly amount. Day to day, that isn't going to really be much of anything. 10% seems like it's going to be a lot, but you would have to be investing it and making sure that you're getting a 10% return on it. If you just have it sitting in a bank, you're going to get a low interest rate on it. Most of the time, you're going to secure that kind of stuff with a bond. I'm no financial expert. Don't ask me these questions. It's just stupid shit that I know. Most of these are done on a bond. And I don't know all the minutia of it, but if there was a financial expert here, they'd be able to explain it much better. But yeah, if you're putting kind of hurts them with the debt that they have. Yeah, Dolton kind of hurts them with the debt that they have. Yeah, that is very true. Inflation, government spending has a big part in it right now. Some supply and demand. 10% is long-term results. Exactly. Yeah, 10% is long-term results. So month to month, it could be different. Overall, you're wanting to have a larger return on it, but that money still has to be spent. And that's the biggest problem is spending the money where it needs to be. And if you've got, just like they showed for their amount of spending, the amount of income that was coming in off the taxes, and then we're talking overall taxes, not just property taxes. A lot of people don't understand how those taxes work. But whenever you're paying government officials quite a bit of money, we're not talking about a small paycheck. We're talking about quite a bit of money. Each one of those trustees is being paid. If you changed their pay, if you changed the mayors and the governors and the senators' pay to meet the median income of their constituents. It's a very, very fine thing to think about here. If you changed it to meet the median income, say, for example, you lived in a township that the median income was $36,000 a year. That's what their median income is. That's what they should be paid. No greater than that. Your top spot should be paid that. No more than what your median income is. If you want to increase your paycheck, that you want to make sure that the paycheck of all your constituents gets raised. It's a novel idea, but if you think about this, your senators, your congressmen that are making in the hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, and we're talking in upwards with their lobbyists, they could be making millions of dollars a year. Plus they can price fix because of laws that they pass. And all you have to do is look at Nancy Pelosi, for example, how much money that she pulls in. If you take all of those constituents, if you say your local district is one of the poorest districts out there, and if you want to get paid a bigger paycheck, then you're going to have to raise the median income of your constituents. That right there could easily get better people in there that are going to want to make sure that that job gets really done. $100 in food is still $100, but you get less food. Exactly. But with a flat tax, it changes your tax system. Right now, you have IRS agents and how many IRS agents do you have? You have a lot of IRS agents. If you changed it to a flat tax, you would not have to worry about that anymore. That would be gone. Now think about this. Everybody that's saying, well, a millionaire has more money. Yes, but if a millionaire is buying an airplane, for example, he buys a brand new airplane, and that airplane costs him $1 million, and he has to pay 10% in taxes on that. His 10% is the same 10% that some guy buying a pack of gum for 25 cents is. 2 pennies. Of course, I ain't seen a pack of gum for 25 cents in probably a few decades. But that right there would really decrease. And there are no tax write-offs. Not like you're going to get any money back at the end of the year. That's just your cost. You could cut government spending drastically. You'd be able to eliminate 90% of the IRS, because what are they going to audit? Everything that's bought or sold has a 10% tax on it. Township did exactly what they needed to do to get her out. Now the Dolton is going to be easy. We hope that the Dolton's going to get easier for him. He was indoctrinated. You were indoctrinated with a business degree. That's funny. I've never had such a thing. The prayer is for his family and friends. Yeah, Patsy, absolutely. The CEO, that's a pretty bad thing. Yeah. Yes, Cindy, Cincy, that would really be nice if it was based on median income. But there was a guy that broke that down on YouTube, and it was an interesting thought exercise. Also, not YouTube, maybe it was on TikTok or something like that. It was pretty interesting. I've seen this guy. He comes up with some pretty interesting things. Let me see if I can bring that up for you. And I think whenever you hear what he has to say, you probably agree with him. You'll go, man, this is a beautiful thing. Why don't we have more people like this out there saying these kinds of things? It's always good to have good voices out there. And of course, I got something else I'll show you here in a little bit. Where is it? And I think it's right. Where is it? We'll get to it. I always have to go back a ways on some of these, but he broke this thing down, and I will find it. It just always takes a little bit of time to get there. Oh my gosh, so crazy. The amount of stuff that I have out here. So have the aliens come yet? Have the aliens come yet? I don't think the aliens have come yet. They said it would be 39 days after the Donald Trump spoke with Joe Rogan and had an interview with. We were supposed to be having alien fighting Americans fighting aliens. I was like, that would be really cool. Wouldn't you like to see some alien stuff? I love it. Let's see. I've got it here somewhere. always have to go back really far with a lot of these, because some of these I've had for the longest time. What I should do is start downloading them and saving them, because some of them are just unbelievable. And some of these are really damn good. We had tomorrow we're going to be talking about the crazy stuff going on in the Alta Creek. That's going to be crazy stuff. That's coming up tomorrow night. We got some new information that came out. I think Tug has covered a good portion of it, but tomorrow's just going to be a wild one. And I may just end up doing it tomorrow morning, and then see what other stuff we have for later on in the week, because it'll be definitely an interesting one. Of course, I've got a whole bunch of stuff that I've got to take care of at some point tonight, and do like a quick little breakdown of the like go through all the court documents. So once I've read through the court documents, I'm able to like make sense of some of the stuff. Then I will do that. We've got also have the what do you call it? I'm gonna close that, get rid of 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 that. I will find it here shortly. Some of these go back months and months. Whenever you see them, you're just like, oh, this is crazy. Oh yeah, here we go. If this makes you feel a little bit better about your tax dollars being spent, just listen to this lady right here.
And what we have learned is that the IRS, in fact, has been using AI to access bank accounts of American citizens without any kind of a search warrant, or even without any specific claim that they have committed a crime. So this was something that was discovered by an undercover journalist. And what they found is that the IRS has claimed that they have access to every single person's bank account. This person also indicated that they've been working with the Department of Justice and that they have absolutely no problem whatsoever going after the little guy to make sure that they are paying their taxes. This is such a blatant violation of the Fourth Amendment that Jim Jordan and I sent a letter to the IRS demanding that they provide additional information about what they are doing with AI and what they are doing to protect the civil rights of American citizens. And what we have learned is...
Nice. So you're in DC. It's cold, but no snow so far. Yeah. Last time I was in DC was in the summer. God, because some of our friends live there. One of them worked for, was it sports, something to do with sports. And he was like backroom producer kind of thing. And then the other one, she was finishing off her business degree, and we went and visited them in DC, and had a good time. Actually had a pretty good time. DC back then was a little bit better, but it was definitely hot. It was definitely hot. Love her. Harriet is the boss. Yeah, Harriet is the boss on that. Animal control vehicle, normal control vehicle. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take just a quick short break. I'm going to grab myself another ice cold beverage. I suggest that if you are feeling the urge, that you do the absolute same. It's going to be pretty cool. The next little bit of segment that we're going to have coming up is going to be the same but a little bit different. So give me just about a couple of minutes here, about 3.5 minutes, and it's just a short break. This is the one I use in the mornings. This is my old one that I used to use in the mornings, but I'll be right back. I want to get an ice cold beverage, and I'll be right back with you.
Sandy shores, get a tan, ramble the orangutan. driving a golf cart. Oh man, Rambo is half crazy. Yes, he can. Well, that SOB's a sight to F and C. Oh, Rambo's rolling, rolling, rolling. As the sun, he's free at last. While Shizzy has his coffee, these two are having an effing blast. Whoa, Rambo's rolling, rolling, rolling. As the sun, he's free at last. While Shizzy has his coffee, these two are having an effing blast. Shizzy on the dunes, coffee in hand. Rambo is a loon, and Shizzy is, well, that is too dirty to say here. Shizzy on the dunes, coffee in hand. Rambo is a loon, and Shizzy is a, that is too dirty to say here, Oh, Rambo's rolling, rolling, rolling. As the sun, he's free at last. While Shizzy has his coffee, these two are having an effing blast. Otters in the surf, hummingbirds in the sky. Rambo honks the horn and spits in Shizzy's eye. Oh my! Oh, Rambo's rolling, rolling, rolling. As the sun, he's free at last. While Shizzy has his coffee, these two are having an effing blast. Oh, Rambo's rolling. Rambo takes a turn, driving to the wave. Otters wave their paws, telling Rambo, not sure, but if you could understand, Otter, it probably wasn't nice. Rambo takes a turn, driving to the waves. Otters wave their paws, telling Rambo, not sure, but if you could understand, Otter, it probably wasn't nice. Oh, Rambo's rolling, rolling, rolling. As the sun, he's free at last. While Shizzy has his coffee, these two are having a effing blast. So here's to Rambo, otters and hummingbirds by the edge of the ocean. And Shizzy, well, he might just be there too. Well, here's to Rambo, otters and hummingbirds by the edge of the ocean. And Shizzy, well, he might just be there too.
Oh, yeah, I might just be there too. Cheryl, it's good to have you here. Absolutely. Now you see why I know so much about the trustee position and working for the United States homeland. See? That's why we like having smart people around. Because as I've told people before, I am an idiot. I don't know diddly squat. I've been accused of being smart, and I keep telling people, no, I'm really not as smart as you think. But it looks like we've got some storm trackers in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Man, what are you guys thinking? Why do people live in this kind of garbage right here? I gotta show you guys. Look at this. Why would you live in this? Why? Why would you go and drive in this? Why do you have me around? Because I got to keep people smarter than me. That tells you a whole lot, doesn't it? If I have to keep Volstorm around, and I say I got to keep people smarter than me around. But there you go. Could you imagine this right here being your home? Man, that is like. Oh, no, thank you. Like, I grew up in this kind of stuff. It's really nasty bad there in Michigan. Jeez. It just makes me cold looking at this. Yeah, I've seen these kinds of snowstorms before. I've seen these kind of I've been in these kinds of snowstorms, and this is no fun. where the snow is just blowing sideways. Can't get traction. Any bit of traction you do get, it's just basically you're driving on a sheet of ice. It's like, man, I don't like this. Nah, it's nothing shizzy. Try Alaska. Dry black ice and powder. I know. That's why you'll never find me living in Alaska, causing all kinds of snow. Yeah, the snow is never any fun. Not for me. Any time that I find it's going to be snowing, I'm just like, man, just clock me out, send me on my way. I don't want to be there. Got no desire for it. It's not my plan. It's not my place to be. The snow is never any fun. Oh, Fall Storm, you're special to us. Part of you wants to see snow like this, but I'm glad that I'm not. Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. It's really cool to look out your window and see this kind of snow, but it's not me that I'm worried about driving on it. It's all the other idiots out there driving on it. I mean, I drove across the Appalachian Mountains going from, what was it, Kentucky. I went from Kentucky, like Western Kentucky. Yeah, Western Kentucky, driving across the Appalachian Mountains into Maryland to be working on a ship. It was what is it, 96, I believe, and they had a massive ice storm that came through on Christmas Eve, I believe it was. And I had a Dodge Caravan at the time. So yeah, I was a musician at one point, as you can tell by the instruments back there. And that was what I would haul around my equipment in. And I got this call to go work this job. I drive across the damn mountains. I've got two tires. It's a front wheel drive Dodge Caravan. And I've got two tires that are hitting pavement. The other two tires are on ice. And it was so cold that the what do you call the water tank in the back froze up and exploded. Yeah, it exploded on me. I could not get heat in that car. I had coolant in it. I had the heat cranked up as hot as it would possibly go, and I was wearing gloves and a big thick ass jacket just to stay warm. My toes were going numb. I had the heat blowing on my toes. That's the only heat that I could feel was going on my toes. The rest of my body was freezing. It never got above like I want to say above 15 degrees inside that car. It was so damn cold. No, I don't like it. Yeah, don't hit the brakes. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this is crazy, man. See, I like driving through this kind of stuff right here. It's actually pretty cool driving through this, but yeah, it's all the other idiots on the road that scare the shit out of me. You're currently driving all-wheel drive Jeep Compass. Still not comfortable with Oklahoma call snow. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. See, I was in New Mexico in, what was it, 90, been about 80, 85, 86, something like that. And I was going from where I lived to another town and hit a patch of ice, which it was black ice I'd never seen before. Yes, it does snow in New Mexico, in the desert also, which is really even more strange because it got up to like 70 that day. All the snow that they had overnight melted, turned to ice, and then it froze on my way home. So I drove through snow on the way home, not a big deal. It was on the way back from work, doing about 70 or 80 miles an hour. And I ended up into oncoming traffic across the 4-lane highway. I did about 9 360s across the road, ended up in oncoming traffic. Craziest thing. Drove semi-trucks in this craft for 14 years. Damn, Dan. No, thank you. There goes Dan right there. Did you see that? There goes Dan. He's just cruising on by. Just got it going. God, that truck is just a cranking. Fall Storm, you add uniqueness, which is absolutely wonderful. Yeah, there is a wonderfulness about Volstorm. But yeah, so tomorrow I'll be firing up the morning stream. I haven't set it up yet. I did set one up for tomorrow night because there's going to be a lot that comes out tomorrow. I'm sure that there's people already covering it, but I've got a different take on it, or maybe it's the same. Who knows? I don't always pay attention to what everybody else is doing. That's just me because I'm an idiot like that. I do these weird kind of things where I tend to ramble to myself quite a bit, in case you haven't noticed. But I'm hoping that tomorrow night's going to be a really good one. That we're going to have a little bit more information about what's going on in the federal case with the Hales. So I should be able to get a little bit more involved in that. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a really good one. I think that if you've been following any of this stuff, that whenever you see what's coming out over the next couple of days, you're going to be completely surprised by it. I also have on Thursday? Yeah, tomorrow's Thursday. Oh, that reminds me, I got to take trash out. I'm an idiot. So tomorrow being Thursday, I'll have a stream in the morning. I'm going to plan on doing a stream tomorrow night. And then, of course, we'll have a Friday morning stream, which usually runs a little bit long. And then, of course, FNL, which is always going to be awesome. And from what I hear, there's going to be a very, very special guest for FNL. Very special guest. But if you're wanting to hear a little bit more about what's been going on with the Hales drama, I am telling you that I will send you guys over. Go check out Tug. If you don't want to check out Tug, go check out The Expert and go give him some love. He's probably doing a coin pusher. If you've never seen one of the coin pushers, you definitely want to go see those. But I'm going to be dropping everybody over there with Tug. And you guys have a wonderful evening, and I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow morning, bright and early. I'll be bushy-tailed, or at least my ass will be there, is what I mean to say. I will see you guys very soon. Peace, y'all.
Looks like I'm living rent-free in your heads again, huh? I mean, if you're gonna spend your days obsessing over me, you might as well start calling me something respectable. Maybe Daddy Shizzy, or better yet, Papa Nut. Who's the grown-up here? All right, it's me. Let's go. Call me Daddy. Yeah, that's who I am. Running your mind's like a master plan. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy. Take your pick. I'm rolling in your thoughts while you still act sick. Call me Daddy. It's what you mean. While you chase the crust and I take the lead. Living rent-free. That's my name. Go ahead, say it. Put some respect on the name. Man, I'm too old. Well, here's a surprise. I'm the one with the brains while you're stuck with the lies. You act like you're experts, but here's the reality. I'm the one controlling your mental reality. So while you're out there trying to throw shade, I'm sipping coffee and you're feeling betrayed. You're mad, I got the spotlight, now it's my time. So why not call me Daddy or Papa with a rhyme? I'm the landlord and you're just the tenants. Stuck in your headspace with no insight, no repentance. Call me Daddy, you know it's true. You'd be lost without me, stuck in the glue. Call me Daddy, I'm holding your mind while you're scrambling, trying to find what's behind. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, don't you see? You're living in my world now, I'm a VIP. Call me Daddy, just let it be. While you're trying to figure out your own identity. Oh, I see you're confused, trying to get it right. Spinning your wheels while I'm out of sight. You think you've got it figured, but you got it all wrong. I've been running your minds all along. But sure, keep pretending you don't care. Keep saying you're done, but I'm still in the air. You got no choice but to bow to my name. Daddy Shizzy is here to own the game. You say you don't watch, but you're obsessed. Every word I say puts you to the test. Call me Daddy, Papa Nut, you know you should. Because I've been living rent-free, and you know it feels good.